60th anniversary, we were just wondering what we could do that perhaps was a bit different, a bit commemorative. And we put together a committee of people, some from Box Hill Art Group, some from Whitehorse Arts Association, and we tossed around a few ideas. The only thing we knew in the first instance is that we wanted to have 60 painters representing 60 years and 60 paintings. And from there, people have put in their $2 worth. Some only got 5 cents worth, some got 25 cents worth, but everybody's put in their $2 worth. So what you see here is a composite that everybody's had a hand in, and to everybody who got involved in that process, we would like to thank you for that. Anyway, having tried to think of the theme we thought, as Mark mentioned before, the thing we thought about was we're a painting group that's been here for 60 years, but there's a great tradition of painting in Box Hill, and we thought that what we would do is to try to create a tribute to the tradition of painting in Box Hill from the 1880s, when the artists' camps were, right up to today. So that's what we've done. So we've given, we put together an image which we built into the 60 images, and then we gave everybody one square, and they picked out of a hat. Some people got a little bit of sky, some people got people, and so on. So it was all random as to what you got, and we asked people to use their own style, use their own technique, and they were free to take liberties with the image. Within that, as long as they bore in mind the overall theme of what we're trying to do. So the diversity of what's here is quite interesting. I think I've seen it up. The diversity is quite interesting, and I hope that you will like what we've got. What we're proposing to do now is perhaps just to put them up in a kind of a random order, and then you'll gradually see, hopefully, the image unfold as we go. So we've got Heinz and Dot colour coordinated in this pale green that we've gone to no end of expense. And so if we get them to perhaps put them up in the order and put them in. The frame, as you can see, was built by Ray Jones and his brother, and they've made that into 3 panels. So it's kind of like a triptych. Could be harnessed 3 separate. Sorry, I'll just keep paddling on. It can be hung as 3 separate panels, which hopefully have got some integrity, each of themselves. Or it can be seen, as we hope, as the single image when they're all joined together. Velcro, wonderful stuff. If you do me that, there is a reason. No. You can see there's a lot of trees and shrubbery around initially, and that's across the whole period. The way this works is it goes from the 1880s on the left through to the 1950s in the middle, and then ultimately to the present day on the right-hand side. But and when it all started, of course, when the artists' camps came, the Box Hill was on the end of the train line, and it was there opening up the country and servicing the brickworks. And the artists used to get off the train at Box Hill, and then they would go to the nearest remnant of bushland that was still around, and then they paint the pictures that we're sort of used to today. People could choose their own colours and so on, and you can see quite a variety already of colour and style amongst the paintings that are going up. We thought when we were doing this that it would be quite difficult getting 60 painters to paint 60 panels and to get them all back and so on. And I must say, it was very easy. Everybody was fantastic. We gave them out. People had about a month to do them in, and we had no trouble at all in getting them all together. And their compatibility was quite high. Gradually, you'll start to see some forms emerging. That form is going up now for people who are in the Box Hill Art Group. They'll recognise it because that's a bit of the Box Hill Community Arts Centre.
Sorry.
Excuse me, Doc. That one goes down at the bottom.
Get the sack. So, start on the next slide.
The Box Hill Community Arts Centre in Station Street is a purpose-built building which the council built in 1990. And for people who paint there, they'll know it's a great building. It's very well set up for painting and for pottery and so on. And there's a gallery there that we can have things in. I'm sure that this art centre is the envy of many municipalities. It certainly is a fantastic resource for us.
That's a good idea.
Some people have used watercolour to do their panels. Some people have used acrylic. Some people have used oil. There's a variety. Some people have used fine brush strokes. You'll find some people have used very loose brush strokes. Some people have made it very sketchy, and some people have made it very detailed. So that in fact it adds a lot of variety to the whole thing. Sometimes when you've got a square, like that one that went in there, it seems like it's just an abstract piece, but it fits in. Okay, you can see this one that's just going up now. You can see that's one of our current painters. They're painting on those tables that we use every week. So beginning to see what happens in the 21st century. Okay, this one that's just gone in now, you can see this is Tom. This is a picture of Tom Roberts, the artist, on the artist camp, and it's from a painting which was painted by Louis Abrahams in the 1880s. And this painting is currently in a private collection, but it's a well-known example of the artist camp work. That one that just went up there in the middle with the lady in the purple dress, that's taken from a photograph of some of the painters that we had here in 1953. That will actually form a group of painters who painted in '53. It was a life drawing class. That one that's just gone in on the very left-hand side. But that's the other part of that painting that I talked about before. That's done in watercolour, and it was from a watercolour painting. That's from the Tom Roberts painting. There's another bit of the Box Hill Community Arts Centre that's just gone in, and you can start to see the Box Hill Community Arts Centre taking shape. It's amazing how many blues you can get to make up the sky, you know. This bit that Heidi just put in now is it's the Box Hill railway station, and I know it's hard to recognise without the tunnels in front of it, but that was from a Fred McCubbin painting. That painting is part of the collection of the Whitehorse Council, and we thank them for allowing us to use that as part of our tribute to Box Hill. I just mentioned that last panel that went in. That last panel that went in, there's a guy in the back with a black, I don't know what skivvy, or whatever. That's the founder of this group, and his name was Professor Theo Scarf. And so we were very keen to have him as part of this tribute. And he was a guy who was born in 1899 in Melbourne. His father was a German philosopher. He was to come to Melbourne to teach at the Melbourne University Conservatory of Music. There are many works by Theo in museums and in art galleries around Australia. And we're very pleased that he started this group and that we, as a result of him being here, were able to continue. As part of this, one of the things we tried to do was to contact his relatives to tell them that we'd got to this point and this is what we were doing and we were going to be honouring him. But all we've done so far is to succeed in tracking down his son, but we haven't managed to make that into live correspondence yet, and we'll be looking at that as we go along. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you this artwork, and I hope that you gained some enjoyment from it, as we've had some enjoyment in doing it. And I'd like to thank the artists who contributed to it. I'd like to thank everybody who was part of the organisation, both in the Box Hill Art Group and in the Whitehorse Arts Association, for coming together to make this happen. Thank you very much.
It's all come together, much to our surprise. It's been really amazing, you know, when you think that we've got committee meetings to decide what we're going to put in it, how we're going to put it together, and then when you think we've got 60 artists, particularly artists, who can actually organise themselves to return 60 paintings is a major achievement. So now I'd like to invite the President of the Whitehorse Artists, Tony North, over to come and say a few words.